traders, and welcome to another video about DeFi. The previous video that I made on DeFi looked at basically how you could front run or take advantage of people who are popping into a new liquidity pool. So when you see a bunch of people hopping into a liquidity pool and buying a certain token, typically what tends to happen is a lot of people buy that token, it goes up in value, the APR goes down, then people sell that token, the value of the token goes down and the APR goes down. But what we're going to be talking about today is basically the opposite, because what I like to do myself in DeFi is not have a lot of funds in passive income for DeFi, such as yield farming, staking, liquidity pools, earning fees, but to have a lot of it directional and then a little bit of it as passive income. So I came across this very, very well-written Medium article that I want to share with you guys, and specifically 2 out of the 5 things in this Medium article that this guy talked about. So the 2 things, one of them is feeder finance. I'm going to show you guys that. It's kind of like the Yelp review for DeFi. So if you go to any of these, you can basically source a bunch of trusted, trusted by feeder finance. I don't know how trusted that would be by you. That's your discretion. Trusted by feeder finance projects that you can earn from. So if I go to something like this liquidity pool right here, that's from BuySwap, you can look here. It's showing you, okay, these are the rewards. It's 853% APR. If I get in this, and you can get it in right like that. And then the funniest part, or I'd say the best part right here is, look at this. There's like a Yelp review for each one. Returns are great. Trust 3.0, potential 3.0, liquidity 3.0. Kind of funny that they do that. Yeah, and you can see the value of the fund over time. So this is something that I find pretty helpful for getting reviews, even though I wouldn't really trust these reviews too much, but this can also be just used for something to screen for really whatever you want in DeFi. Right here, filter by strategy. I'm filtering by APR, something like this looks to have a pretty good user rating, yada, yada. So this is probably one of the best, if not the best, distribution platforms, for you to go on and then go to a bunch of different other platforms. And then another one that I found that I would say is a lot riskier, but it is kind of cool, is Position Exchange. And this is something that I actually just put a little bit of money into. I put $300, or not 300, about half a BNB worth into this right before this video, and I've earned like 4 pennies since. But this is another project that I find is pretty cool. And, the APY does look pretty good and enticing. And again, what I'm basically doing here is I'm just putting in either BUSD, BNB, and I'm earning POSI. I'm earning that. So that way I don't really have to worry too much about liquidity pool issues, even though apparently there is some impermanent loss potential. But with that being said, I think that there is no black or white when it comes to DeFi. There is no perfect way to approach it. What I was saying in last video is something that I still do, and it is very valid and very profitable, where you look for new liquidity pools that you think people are going to gold rush to, you get into that, and you don't go in a liquidity pool, but you buy the native token and then sell it when the hype kind of dies out. With this kind of thing, that's not exactly what we're doing. What we're doing is just depositing BUSD or just depositing BNB and then staking that and earning rewards. So really what I'd recommend when you approach DeFi, whether it's going to be directional, front running others or taking advantage of something before other people do, or to do something like this, to definitely do your own research and know the risks. And I would recommend, at least for me, the majority of my portfolio is directional and not as much is passive income. So I highly recommend that you go check out this article right here and go check out Feeder Finance and potentially check out this one too, because I think that this all has a lot to offer. With that, happy trading, and if you need any DeFi help, shoot me a message.